The Crab and Sailor Public House in Whitechapel. Please, let me in. I'm on an important mission.
Hold on, mister. This here's a private club. Show me your membership card.
Well, could I join here? Become a member right now?
You'd have to leave a deposit.
I thought that was the whole idea of this wretched place.
A cash deposit, love. £500.
500? What kind of fool do you think I am?
The kind that can't get a girlfriend, perhaps.
Excuse me. I have got a girlfriend. In fact, we're engaged to be married.
And you want to get some practice in first, is that it? I've heard it all before. £500 or a membership card, dear.
This should put in a good word for me in any place where they respect the word of Queen Victoria. I have a letter.
That's all right, love. We've got our own supply.
No, a letter from Her Majesty the Queen.
You come highly recommended by Queen Vicky herself, eh? Not even Prince Albert had a letter like that. I suppose you can come in and look around, and if you like it here, you could become a member. Go on through.
That's one of those girls that my parents told me about. My mother warned me against them, and my father recommended them. That's what the young lady uses to photograph her clients. I don't think this is a suitable establishment for me to start taking pictures in. I can't just steal a camera from under her nose. I say, is this the men's room?
They're all men's rooms in here, my love.
So what happens in this room, then? Do you do portrait photography?
Oh, no, love. This is the humiliation room.
What on earth does that entail?
Well, the punter, excuse me, the gentleman, takes all his clothes off and I tie him to the bed. Then I take a photograph of him and get it printed in the morning paper, so he's thoroughly humiliated before the whole of London.
Sounds very effective. Gosh, I feel humiliated if I'm seen wearing the same shirt twice.
So what's it to be then, sir? A bit of the old relief of Mace King, a perilous journey down the Khyber Pass, entrapment in the black hole of Calcutta, a quick Disraeli, or a Japanese Gladstone. I got fresh apricots in the bag.
Nothing. This place is disgraceful.
I know. That's why people pay so much to come here.
I'd like to know a bit more about that camera.
Why do you want to know?
I'm shy and I'm just making conversation.
Shy of paying, more like. Why do you want to know about the camera?
I'm a keen photographer.
Then you come to the wrong place to get your kicks, sir. Why do you want to know about the camera?
I'm a director of What the Butler Saw machines.
Really? Do you think you could get me some work? I mean, as an actress?
If you're good enough and if you are willing to do me a favour.
A favour, eh? You're in luck. That's what I specialise in giving. What's it to be?
Could I borrow your camera?
Oh, well, I'm not supposed to.
Oh, go on, I'll bring it back.
All right then, but don't tell anyone.
I shall return the camera to you as soon as I can. Don't worry, I'm going to make you a star.
Great, sir. I can hardly wait.
see anything you like, sirs.
What an impressive set of credentials that girl has. It looks as if he's brought his son here as a coming-of-age present. It appears that this is his first time, in this establishment, of course.
Where to, Governor?
The Highborn Club on Piccadilly.
Good day, Mr. Fanshawe.
Hello, Potman.
Potter, sir.
Jolly good. Excuse me, gentlemen. I'm in need of your help, gentlemen.
Help? What do you think this is, a charity, Fanshawe?
I need funds for a mission of worldwide importance.
Sorry, we only help the British. The rest of the world can take care of itself.
I require a loan.
I'm sure we can scrape together a few guineas between us. How much do you need?
£8,000?
You must be joking. We wouldn't pay that much to save the lives of our wives and children, let alone risk it on you.
I want to sell my manservant.
You mean the short, fat one who can only cook one thing and who can't stand travelling on boats?
That's right. Mossop is his name.
I wouldn't take him if you paid me. Common English servants are dreadfully passé nowadays. I just hired a new chap from France, Passepartout. He's bright, reliable, and saves me a fortune on butcher's bills by cooking things he finds in the garden, like snails and frogs.
I have a business proposition for you all.
Business, eh? Well, I think we're all men of the world here. What have you got in mind?
And does it involve putting small children and pit ponies down badly ventilated mine shafts? Or large and brutal machines which regularly entrap and hideously mangle their impoverished operators?
Good God, no.
Well, that's me out then. Stick to what you know best. That's my philosophy. Huh.
I'm setting up a ship chartering business.
Not very advisable at the moment, old boy, given this bally shipping blockade. Parliament has to authorize every ship's arrival or departure, and there's a 3-month waiting list. Only Her Majesty the Queen has the power to bypass these emergency regulations, so there's not much of a market for private shipping enterprises right now.
I want to operate sightseeing tours using a boat on the Thames.
I don't think even foreign tourists would want to be shown miles upon miles of common people using the world's largest open sewer.
I'm starting my own private navy.
There's nothing wrong with the Royal Navy, and they hire out to the highest bidder. They help smaller countries fight off aggressive neighbors.
And a lot of my best friends are sailors.
Anybody fancy a wager?
Why would we want to make a bet with you, rather than with a respectable bookmaker?
Because respectable bookmaker is a contradiction in terms.
So is gentlemen, for that matter. So pray tell, why should we make a wager with you?
Because I'm a member of this club, and therefore I am as trustworthy as you are.
We know how trustworthy we are. Therefore, that's not a very convincing argument. So I say again, sir, why you, and not a respectable bookmaker?
Because I give stupid odds.
How stupid?
100 to 1.
Okay, you're on. What's the bet?
I bet I can travel around the world in 80 days.
That's all very well, but what's the point? I mean, you end up where you started from. You have to travel through some of the most wretched hellholes on Earth, and that's before you've even reached the Channel. And hardly anywhere has duty-free shops yet, so you can't even stock up on cheap whiskey and cigars. It's a pointless exercise, man.
I bet I can find a cure for poverty.
Good heavens, don't do that, man. However else would we control the masses?
I bet Mossop can eat his own weight in lard.
It looks like he's done that already. That's no bet.
I wager I can get from here to Dindy Island in a week.
Where on earth is Dindy Island?
I don't know. No one knows. That's what makes it such a good bet. All I know is that it's in the tropics.
How will you get there? You don't have a ship, do you, Henshaw?
No, but I was hoping you'd let me borrow against my stake so that I could charter a ship.
In the interest of good sportsmanship, I don't see why not.
I see why not.
Kingpiece, what are you doing here, you rogue?
I'm a member of this club too, Piers, you know that. I have every right to be here.
This is a private matter between myself and these honourable gentlemen. Go and bother someone else.
Oh, Piers, you of all people know what an honourable person I am. I would be remiss in my duty as a gentleman if I turned a blind eye to the blatant confidence trick, such as the one you are trying to pull on my friends here.
What? Explain yourself, Kingpiece. This is a serious accusation.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. This is a serious matter. My friend, Mr. Fanshawe, has offered you 100 to 1 odds for a perilous journey to an uncharted isle, correct? I regret to announce that he is deceiving you. The voyage is easy. You will lose your stake money for sure.
That's poppycock. I will stake my honour on it.
Would you stake your club membership on it? And offer to retire from polite society if you're proved wrong?
I stand by my word, sir.
What do you say to that, Kingpiece?
Well, friends, I suggest we give Mr. Fanshawe a run for his money. I will race him to Dindy Island, and he must beat me to win the bet. And I have my own ship, fully crewed by experienced sailors and friends in the government, who will expedite my passage through the blockade. What do you say, gentlemen?
It's a good offer, and it means we don't have to pay for Fanshawe's ship. Kingpiece, you've got a deal.
But he's not part of the wager. He's just doing this to spite me.
We're changing the terms of the wager, Fanshawe, as is our right, being of the upper classes. You must beat young Kingpiece to this Dindy Island place, or resign from this club and never set foot in London again. Agreed?
Agreed. But what happens if I win?
Oh, Piers, it's not the winning, it's the taking part. Got to go! I've got a ship to catch.
But how am I going to be able to compete with him when I haven't got a ship myself?
There may be a way for you to give yourself a fighting chance, Fanshawe. I've got a ship I'd be willing to gamble if the stakes were high enough.
You'd do that for me?
Only because you're a desperate man, and desperate men make silly wagers. Give me a high enough stake and a safe enough bet, and you could win my ship.
I think I may take you up on that. This is the latest Sporting Times, just a few days old. How about if I bet that Lethargic Lad will win the 3:30 at Ascot?
Lethargic Lad? He was beaten by 8 lengths by Lame Tortoise at Aintree last outing, and got thrashed by Three-Legged Fury and Mr. Slowcoach in the National. Are you sure?
Very sure. It's all in this paper. He's got odds from the bookmakers of 1,000 to 1.
Sounds like a safe bet to me. Okay, Fanshawe, I'll take you up on that.
Will this do as a stake? The deeds to my house. It's a lovely 2-bedroom terrace property in the heart of London, within easy access of shops and plenty of parking space for carriages.
That would be quite nice as a love nest for a mistress, I suppose. I accept your stake.